I'm always taken back by how little is known about safety, whether it's due in the workplace or at home. Many do not understand the risks that comes with any of this. For example, a ladder. According to the New Mexican safety statistics, there are over 540 work-related injuries. A third of this percentage is due to ladder injuries, matter of fact. When I think of ladders, I don't think they're that dangerous. However, it's mainly the misuse of the ladder and that many people don't understand how to inspect it. I also think that with a little bit of better understanding of how to use a ladder and how to safely use it and to get up the ladder, I think this statistic could go down drastically. Let's start with the risk of the proper. Let's start with the risk of this setting up the ladder. People only use one ladder. For example, a step ladder. This is okay when you're trying to reach the top thing of a shelf or trying to put something on the top part of a shelf. However, for example, at my house, we use it to paint, which is awful because you put all the weight on the top ladder and you can tip and fall, which leads to injuries more often than not. Another part of why a ladder can be bad or unsafe is the bad conditions or poor inspection. Using a bad ladder can lead to many injuries. For example, if the ladder was left out in the rain, which is how most people set the ladders because they don't have any room for it, so it makes sense. However, this can lead to rain damage, this can lead to loose screws, this can lead to rust, which can lead to the ladder falling apart. Ladders are most commonly left outside for this reason, and that's why you need to inspect them more often. The next part is overweight, which is the most common of these reasons. Apart from leaving it out in the rain. But right then and there, overweight is the main issue. This is because people put a lot of weight on the top left part of the ladder, and a ladder usually takes around 225 pounds to have. This does not include your weight, but people do have a little bit more weight. So they kind of tend to put their body on one side of the ladder or the other. And because people carry stuff up the ladder, this can lead to the ladder tipping over and leading to many injuries. This can break down joints, screws, hinges, which is the part of the ladder where it's right here, and you fold it up to put it down. Now that we understand how to set up the ladder and go up it safely, I think we should talk about setting up the ladder. My bad. Incidentally, setting up the ladder is where most people mess up. Keeping the ladder level is most important. And then next up is setting it on solid ground. Most people put it in dirt, on an angle, or any of the above, or anything like that, and it can lead to the ladder falling over. This has happened multiple times at my school. Not Welcome, my high school. Next, we should discuss footing, which is pretty easy to understand. You need to put your feet square apart, shoulder width apart, pretty much. You need to extend your arms like this and put your toes on the ladder. I'd show you if I had a ladder, it would give you a better understanding, but this is the gist. You need to extend your arms, not like this, but extend them fully. And if the ladder doesn't move around, you can shake it. It's planted right. Next and lastly, going up the ladder is a crucial step that most people miss. Climbing up slowly is good, although most people do not go fast, but it can happen from time to time. Never attempt to move the ladder while standing on it. I'm guilty of this when I'm at work. I never want to move the ladder when I'm up the top, because I don't want to come all the way back down. But it's super unsafe. You can fall from side to side, tip over, or do anything like that. And if it's badly inspected, dude, you're going to have a rough day. Never go on the top shelf. That stuff, that is the worst. That is the most common reason, in my eyes, that most people mess up on. This is because they need to get to the top part of a shelf, or they need to unscrew a light bulb. And when they have all their tools, you put all your weight on the top, and you have no footing, no frame, no holding on to, because you will go off with the ladder. And that's when most injuries, in my eyes, is what happens. Hopefully, you have a better understanding of how to properly and safely use a ladder. Thank you for listening.